Hi guys, today I'd like to show you my fantasy shopping series on Newegg. I'm looking to buy a server computer and I don't have the funds for it. I don't really want to buy it as far as actually going to do it, but it's something I'm longing for, it's something I want. And if you guys want to donate for it, sure, I'll take it. But right now I'd need about 7,000. This is only what I have here on Newegg. I need about $7,000, and I could probably put half of that up. But my channel being the size it is, there's no way I'm raising 3,500. So it's just a dream. But the basics are three GTX 580s, 1.5 gigs of RAM apiece, and that's runs about 1,500. That's your standard high-end gaming, surround screen gaming type theme. But the processing power on that will help Minecraft rendering, I believe. I'm not exactly sure how Java works. I've noticed if you go with like an onboard graphics card for Minecraft, it's gonna play like shit. But with an external graphics card, a good one, you won't lag. You will have high frames per second. But I'm pretty sure the more power you got, the faster the rendering goes. So it's only going to help, but I'm not sure if three of them is really necessary, if it's going to help much past one. Um, but that's pretty much it for the graphics cards. The motherboard, we're going into a server motherboard for plenty of reasons. This one I'm going to click on and show you some specs. For those of you guys who care, if you don't care, why'd you click on the video in the first place? This is me talking about a computer I would like to buy to render Minecraft explosions and pretty much have some fun with. So we have the Supermicro, and I'm not really too into specs, but it's the LGA 1366 socket, which is that of the i7 and certain Xeon chips. But it's a dual socket, so you can't use two i7s. i7s aren't made for that. It's got 18 240 pin for the RAM, so you could have DDR3, 18 sticks, and I'll show you what I bought for that later. Theoretically, what I want to buy. It supports up to 288 gigs of RAM, which is why you got to go to the server motherboards because they're built for it. They're built for RAM. And ECC supported, yes. Registered, yes. You need RAM that has that exact same statistic. Otherwise, it caps out to like 48 gigs of RAM. You can't use the higher end sticks. So let's go ahead and go back to what we have here. The case is just a random case I picked with a 1,000-watt power supply. It's easily exchangeable for something I like better cosmetically or for some other reason, especially cooling. You got to keep this thing cool. And here's the RAM, the best thing Newegg had for it. It's expensive, overpriced, and it's only 144 gigs. And let's go ahead and go to the RAM I found on another site. It's actually going to be cheaper, but it's about the same price. That's why I left the other one on there so I can get a rough estimate of what it's going to cost. Samsung DDR3. It's a slower type RAM. It's the 1066, 16 gigabyte single stick though. It's not 8 gigabyte sticks. So 12 of them is going to be 2100. Oh god, I forgot I gotta get 18. That's from the previous motherboard I had. Then I found a new one that held more. That was only gonna be like, why is the number not working? 18. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Watch what I'm doing here. I was looking at the keyboard. It's kind of dark here. That's why I had to look. Let's see. We need to refresh. All right. We're looking at 3,200 now. Whew. It's adding on another 1,000 to the computer already. So now we're up to 6,500 roughly. And that's with 288 gigs of RAM. That's insane. We got to go into what Java can take and what Minecraft can take now. I don't know what their 32-bit Java caps like 2 gigs. The 64-bit, I do not know a limit on it. I can't seem to find it anywhere. If you guys know how much RAM Java can use, the 64-bit version, let me know. I have no clue. It uses up to 21,000 megabytes, roughly 21 gigs. Because I've looked up Task Manager while rendering a Minecraft explosion, and it did cap out the RAM that I allocated for it. So this is all geeky stuff. you know, it's not for everyone, the video. So if you're wondering, don't leave comments complaining about it. The title is going to tell you guys to get the fuck out of here if you don't want to watch it. So that will give us 288 gigs of RAM for Minecraft, and Java is going to be a limiter. Being two processors, each processor only takes 144 gigs. If Minecraft is only running on one processor, I'm not sure if it will be able to run. I'm not sure how the motherboard works with the two processors. If one processor and the motherboard will be able to use 288, or if each processor can only handle 144, which means any more RAM than that's going to be useless for Minecraft, even if it will take it. Now we got to look at Minecraft as a limiter itself. I don't know the Minecraft programming. I don't know how much RAM Minecraft can use, if there is a limit on it, or if it is just limited by Java, which I think is the case, but I'm not sure. And now we have to look at Minecraft as another limiter. How much RAM is actually going to help in Minecraft rendering? The more RAM you have, I'm not exactly sure how the programming works. The better the rendering goes, the less lag, the more it can do at once. But eventually the processor and RAM, there's going to be a limitation in there somewhere. I'm not sure you could ever get Minecraft to use 288 gigs of RAM, even in a perfect scenario. Looking at it from a programming perspective. The hardware could be a limiter as well. So this is why this fantasy computer is never going to be worth buying, because I have no idea if it's ever going to work. It's quite annoying. You'd have to buy it to find out, or you'd have to talk to an expert on Java or the hardware. It would be nice if you could use 288 gigs of RAM for a Minecraft explosion. You could go 10 times bigger than what I've ever done in Minecraft so far and receive about the same amount of lag. It would be awesome as far as epicness goes. But that's pretty much it. Here we have the two standard low-end processors. Server processors are insanely expensive, but Minecraft doesn't really require a good processor. I think these are quad-core, two of them, so that's 8 cores, 2.26 gigahertz, which is actually pretty slow, but not too bad for a server, especially since you have 8 processors and 2 different ones, each with their own cache. It's nothing big. And so we're looking at 6500 at the moment. Now in order to run that much RAM, you're going to have a server operating system. Windows probably. So the Windows server runs up to, I think, in the like 1,000 to 1,500 at least for the operating system you need for that, because all the other operating systems cap at like 48 gigs, 32 gigs, 192 gigs. Even Windows 7 will go up to 192, but not too many go beyond that. So there's a lot of questions here, a lot of limitations. It's all fantasy, I guess. But that seems pretty awesome to be able to run even if you had your own Minecraft server. I don't have the internet connection for it, but having a server with 288 gigs of RAM, you could have like 1,000 people on that thing, easy. But that's that. It's all fantasy and dreaming. Now I gotta go back and do some Minecraft videos, because I haven't done too much on the hardcore series yet. So I hope you computer geeks out there enjoyed this video. And for any of you who aren't and weren't interested and thought this video was a waste of time, why the hell are you still here? But yeah, that's that for this video. And I will see you guys another time.